Hi everyone, welcome to another conversation where we are talking about love, how to change the world through the vibration of love, through being loved, through experiencing love and healing for yourself, and to touch other people through that process. All right, so in this conversation, our focus is going to be treasure the persons around you that support and help you to grow. And sometimes the thing is, we are so comfortable with the people that are really good to us that we forget to thank them. We forget to praise them in a way of saying thank you. We forget to let them know how much we appreciate the efforts that they make to be, themselves, to heal their own wounds so that we can have a good relationship with them. So this conversation again is touching on those people. Who do you need to treasure? Do you need to treasure yourself first? And as you treasure yourself, do you then come to a perspective where you understand and see the people who in your life bring more joy to you, bring more understanding and healing into your life? And by them bringing those things, it doesn't mean they're good or bad people. It only means that they help you to be your best version. And because they do, you appreciate and value them for everything they bring into your life. And what you need to know through this process, or what it helps you to do, is again, be your authentic self. One of the things that I always talk about, or I have been talking about, is being your authentic self, being authentically you. And that is something that is much of a challenge in our society, because there are rules in place of how we behave, of how we're acting. And I'm not talking about those things. Like if you go into a certain environment and people eat with forks versus people eating with chopsticks, you want to accommodate that environment. But what I'm saying about being authentically you, if you are someone who's loving and kind and shows emotion, you should do that. If you're someone who is an extrovert and you're not doing it because you want to hide from society, but that is just your personality, you should be okay being an extrovert. And we can go deep, an introvert, or vice versa, an introvert. If you go out in public and you like talking to people, that's completely fine. But you also have to gauge your environment to see, hey, is this person open to having a conversation with me, or do I need to step it back? So being your authentic self, I think, is a lot of work. And I don't know if people know how much work it is. It's easier to fit into something, right? To be like, all right, this is how everybody's behaving, so let me just put on my mask and behave the same way, so then I can get accepted, I can be whatever. But we are in a space where being authentically you is also a value, because you can bring a different perspective. Your authentic self can create something really beautiful that is outside of the box, that probably wasn't thought of before, because everybody's doing the same thing. But when sometimes, we each have our individual selves, the person that's within us that we don't show to the world. And I think authenticity is bringing that person to the surface, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So then you attract the people, the circumstances, the jobs, the things that really work at helping you to be your best self and enjoying the life that you have here right now. Because it's the only one. You're not going to have another one. If you do, maybe you come back, you reincarnate, you don't remember this. But this one right now, the one that you're experiencing, this is the one that you have. So enjoy it. Allow yourself to be who you are at this moment. So maybe in another life you can be someone else. Who knows? But that is up to you, because you do have the ability to choose. And we go to understanding free will and all those things. So by focusing on the people you treasure and love, it allows you to be more authentic, because you're surrounded by people who want to know that version of you, who want you to be authentically you. And it helps you to improve getting to know people, making connections with people, having that one-on-one relationship with them, so that they are able to be authentically themselves because you're authentically yourself. Things don't change unless we change it, unless we decide, hey, you're allowed to be authentically you. You're allowed to be quiet sometimes. You're allowed to be talkative. But in this environment at this moment, maybe we're not talkative, but you're allowed to do it, and you shouldn't think that you can't talk, you can't do certain thing. And some of the other things that we can go really deep into, but because I'm not a psychologist, I'm not certified in any kind of medical thing, I don't want to go there. But there are some really deep things that can be discussed about being authentically you. And if you feel like there are more deeper issues, then definitely consult someone who is a professional, who is licensed to talk about those things. And what it does is it helps you to what you gain from A, treasuring the people around you, B, being authentically yourself, and knowing who to give your love to. It allows you to give more love, give more quality love to people. I know, does that, like, it's not half-assed love, excuse my French. It's not the kind of love that we talk about that's kind of superficial, but it's real deep love, understanding, conditional, where there's boundaries, where there's respect, there's healing, all those things that come, where there's pain, where there's happiness. It's a combination of things, and you allow those things to be. So you choose who you spend your time with, you choose how you spend your time, and you choose who you love. And it's not forced upon you to love something, to love someone because you have to. And what it helps you to release is, it helps you to get into a place where you can do things for people without having any expectations, because you want to do it. You do it because you want to. You spread love because you want to. You are kindness because you want to. You do something for someone out of the kindness of your heart because you want to, not because of some reward, not because of some, exchange of tit for tat, but because you genuinely want to do that for that person. All right, I hope this energy was helpful to you. I hope I conveyed something really concise, but just in case if I didn't, this conversation, hey, is saying to you, treasure the people that you love around you. And by doing that, you get to a space where you're more authentically yourself. And as you become more authentically yourself, your love becomes stronger. You choose who you invite into your environment. You choose the quality of love that you're giving, and it helps you to build stronger relationships, and it helps you to do things because you're authentically doing it because you want to and not because you feel like you're forced to do it. All right, I hope again this was helpful. I will talk to you again. Before I go, please consider liking the video, sharing it, subscribing to the channel, and also putting the notifications so you know when I post information. And if you want to connect with me, please visit my website so you can see some of the other services that I offer and so on, and also the jewelry that I make. I will talk to you again. Take care of yourself.